All right. Hello, everybody. So this is our second grammar activity, which is pronouns. So let's just go into the grammar section. And again, nouns was here, pronouns here, and we're just going to go into, get right to it because we need to do this in 15 minutes or less. So open up your new window and make sure to do the fill-ins like you're supposed to. You need to open with Adobe Acrobat Reader. So hopefully it won't take too long to get started here. Now there is a quiz again too for this one. So once we're done this, to test your knowledge, you can also do the quiz part. So what is a pronoun? A pronoun is basically something that takes the place of a noun. So it can be I, capital I, you, he, she, it are just some examples. So now let's just read these pairs of sentences and rewrite them using the appropriate pronoun. So the coach gave the orders. So when we make coach into a pronoun, it would be he. He gave the orders. He gave them. So that's that one. The actress accepted the award. She accepted the award, being it. Orders is them because it is it's not singular, it's plural, so it can't be he gave it, it has to be he gave them. And then next, the teacher and the students left, it would be they left. Now, replacing the nouns with the appropriate pronouns here. So the dog ran away, it ran away. The man chased him, he chased him. So see if you can fill in the rest of those blanks. Now, remember when you're using a pronoun, a noun first has to be identified typically in the sentence previous for you to be able to use a pronoun. Otherwise, there is some confusion with pronouns because I won't know, or the person who's reading your assignment won't know what person or item or thing you are using or identifying with your pronoun. Now, pronouns must reflect the use of inclusive language too, so that members of both sexes are implied in the pronouns. So if the doctor is available, doctor is not male or female. It can be both. So how do we work this through? So if a doctor is available, you can say, now this might not always be politically correct, he or she will see you immediately. If you're not comfortable with saying that, if the doctor is available, they will see you immediately. Or one of the doctors will see you, that should be will see you immediately. I'll have to fix that. Now, if we write out these sentences so that they employ gender-neutral pronoun references. So again, if you have a friend who is a good sport, invite him. Him is the problem here because this denotes a male, right? So we don't want that. We want it to read gender neutral. So in order to do that, we need to actually even change the friend to friends. So if you have friends who are a good sport, invite them to the party. Next one, a proficient speaker of a language immediately understands what is said to him. So again, we need to change, if we change the him, which is what we need to change here, we also need to change some other things in this sentence. So proficient, I'm trying to read and type at the same time. Proficient speakers of a language, immediate understand what is said to them. Okay? Spell check. There, understand what is said to them. So I hope you understand that. Give the rest of these a try and see if you can get them correct. We're just going to do the third one, because in this one, there is really no change. A traditional politician always kisses the babies of his constituents. See, this is gender neutral already. because politicians, gender neutral, and babies is gender neutral. Okay, so no change. Trick question. All right, next page, personal pronouns. So here are some sentences that contain pronouns. So I being the pronoun here. Where's my highlighter? I am a student. Oh, it's not working. It's just too small. You, we, you, they. These are all pronouns in our sentences, okay? It. So these are all personal pronouns. It basically, because a personal pronoun identifies a person and not a thing. So let's highlight the personal pronouns in these sentences. So I'm just going to do the first two. Pretty simple. We are going to the Royal Winter Fair on Friday. Are you going? Okay. It is always exciting to attend. So those are some examples. Again, same thing. Singular versus plural. I read. We read the sentences as plural. You think. You, like a group of you, think about the pattern. Or she writes the response versus they are writing the response, or they write the response. So I want you to identify in the next examples in E which ones are singular and plural. So I am writing a letter to my aunt. Is that singular or plural? Well, in this case, it is singular. What about number 2? It is a long letter. Again, it, one person. I, one person. So this one would be singular as well. So let's see if you can get the rest of those examples down. Now, some pronouns are the actor or performer. So this is, this might be a little hard to understand. So hopefully you can stick with me here. So sometimes when we say, like, if you are the actor or the performer of an action, you are nominative, or in this subjective case. So this example would be like using I, you, he, she, it would all be singular examples. But what about the plural example? So in this case, it would be we, you, or they would be the plural examples. Now, some pronouns are also the receivers of the action. So I receive the action or what's happening to me. So I would say Jan and me would be something. You is basically something is being done to you. Him would be another example. Her or it. These are all singular examples. Next, us, you, and them would be the plural form of being the receiver or something being done to you. Now, some pronouns are also the possessors of an object, so they own it. So examples of this would be, this is mine, yours, his, hers, its. Again, all singular. And then plural examples would be ours, yours, theirs, would all be plural. So the next, I've pretty much given you all the answers now for this chart that you have to do. Now, what is the proper, hopefully this worked out. I'm hoping it did. Okay, so you have to put in these spots the correct form of these singular and fill out the chart. So if it's nominative case, object, like I'm the object, again, nominative, object, you're the receiver of the object, or the possessor, possessive means possessive here. So if this is in first person, so I would say it's kind of like those French activities that you used to do. I, me, or mine, right? And then you would go and see if you can get this correct. And I can also forward you the answers later if you are stumped on that one. Now, interrogative pronouns are just the question asking pronouns. So basically, again, who, and it's already written up here, which, and what are the examples that we will be using. So a tip here, when do you use who? Who is it? So this is a tip. If it can be replaced with he or she in this sentence, then it is who. So again, if we look at this example, who is it? Question mark. You would have to rephrase it. So is it she or is it he? I know it sounds awkward, but it makes the most sense. Trust me. Or I know who is at the door. I know she is at the door. I know he is at the door. It doesn't make sense if we say I know him is at the door. I know his is at the door. It does not make sense. So if we can replace it with a he or she, then we use who. And this is said to be in the subjective case. Okay? Next, when do you use whom? So I do not know whom you called, or whom did you call? So a good way of knowing what, this is a person. So we got to make sure we highlight that person. And this person is the performer of the action. Okay. Next, when we use whom, again, the same thing there. They are the receiver of the action this time, but they are still a person. Okay. So the person is the receiver of the action, and we say that this is objective case. So again, I do not know whom you called. If we can replace this with a him or her, then we know that we're supposed to use whom. So I do not know whom you called. You can rephrase it. You called him. Or I do not, same with whom did you call? Did you call him? Did you call her? Or I do not know. You'd have to rephrase the sentence. I know it's a little difficult for these ones, but it just doesn't make sense if you use he or she. It does make sense if you do use him. You can also get away with just omitting the whom. So if it were who, it's kind of necessary for it to be in the sentence. But if it's whom, it is not necessary. So did you call? Again, we could have that in a sentence. We don't even need this, right? Did you call? Or I do not know. I did not know you called, right? So you can omit the whom in these examples. Next, whose is a possessor of something. And this one is a possessive case. Possessive case. Okay? So whose is supposed to indicate ownership of something. So again, with the whose, a good way to go with this one is if you can replace it with a his or hers. So whose was it anyway? You can rephrase it, was it hers anyway? Or what a boy, whose son is he? Is it her? Whose son is he? Is he her son? Oh, that doesn't really work because that would be whom. But whose is always the possessor of something, but it's usually like not the singular form, but the plural form. Same with we don't know whose it was. Was it hers? And sometimes you just have to omit parts of the sentence to make it work. I don't know whose he is. Is he hers? Is he his? Again, I did omit like that part of the sentence and this part of the sentence is, and this one, I don't know how to explain that. Why don't you give these examples a try proper, see if you can get these right. All of these are on the quiz for you. Demonstrative pronouns, again, these are just this, that, these, those are all examples. These are pretty simple, and I'm going to run out of time, so I'm just going to put this on the second video.